Ever feel like artificial intelligence is just some nerdy tech thing that has nothing to do with your daily life? Like, cool, robots are playing chess and writing poems, but I'm just trying to pay rent and not burn my pasta? Yeah, well, surprise! AI isn't just geeking out in some lab, it's also hanging out with the big dogs, presidents, dictators, billionaires, and it's quietly becoming one of the most powerful tools in global politics. Let's back up. Artificial intelligence, or AI if you're too busy to pronounce full words, is basically software that learns from data. It's not magic. It's not sentient yet. It's just really good at spotting patterns, making decisions, and occasionally recommending you weird videos at 3 a.m. Now, most people think of AI in terms of sci-fi stuff, killer robots, talking fridges, your ex being replaced by a chatbot with better emotional intelligence. But in reality, governments and political powers are using AI in much sneakier and way more real ways. Like what? Glad you asked. Even if you didn't, I'm telling you anyway. First, surveillance. Some governments love watching people, not because they care, but because control is easier when you know who's doing what, when, and why. AI helps with that. Cameras plus facial recognition plus AI equals, hey Bob, you jaywalked yesterday at 3:42 p.m. in front of Starbucks. Fine incoming. China, for example, has this thing called the social credit system. It's basically like a Yelp rating, but for human beings. Pay your bills on time, plus 10 points. Speak out against the government, oops, minus 50. And guess who's running the system behind the scenes? Yup, AI. Second, misinformation and propaganda. Remember when political campaigns were just handshakes and cheesy slogans? Now it's targeted ads, deep fake videos, and fake news flying at your brain from 1,000 directions. AI can generate content, personalize it for you, and make it look so real that your grandma reposts it thinking it's gospel. And if a country wants to influence another country's election, AI is like a digital ninja. Third, cyber warfare. Forget tanks and missiles. Wars today start with a click. AI is used to detect vulnerabilities in digital infrastructure, predict cyber attacks, and even automate hacking. It's like playing chess with invisible pieces, except instead of a checkmate, you crash an entire power grid, and suddenly your Wi-Fi's down. Tragedy. But it's not all doom and dystopia. AI also helps with diplomacy by analyzing negotiations and predicting the outcomes of treaties. It's being used in climate modeling, so governments know when to panic about the next environmental disaster. And it's even helping spot corruption in public spending, because apparently humans are terrible at keeping their hands out of the cookie jar. But here's the kicker. Not all countries are playing on the same level. Some countries have massive amounts of data, top-tier talent, and enough computing power to simulate the weather on Mars. Others are still trying to get decent internet speeds, so AI becomes a power multiplier. The countries that master AI first, they get the upper hand, economically, militarily, and politically. In fact, there's a literal AI arms race going on, like the Cold War, but with more math and fewer cigars. The US, China, Russia, they're all investing billions in AI. Not because they want better pizza delivery apps, but because they know that whoever controls AI controls the future. Think about it. AI can influence public opinion, monitor populations, win wars, automate entire economies. That's not a tech upgrade, that's power, like Avengers level power. Except instead of Thor's hammer, it's a laptop running Python. And here's where it gets spicy. AI doesn't come with morals. It does what it's told. So if a leader wants to use AI to oppress people, spy on rivals, or rig elections, AI doesn't ask questions. It just executes the code. Cold, efficient, no guilt. Now, this isn't to say all governments are using AI for evil. Some are genuinely trying to make things better, improve healthcare, predict traffic, reduce energy waste, blah blah, but when it comes to politics, power usually wins over public service. Just saying. So where does that leave regular people? You know, us? Well, we're kind of caught in the middle. On one hand, AI might make your life easier, recommend better music, help diagnose your weird rash, stop your fridge from yelling at you. On the other hand, it might track your every move and decide if you get a loan or not based on how often you tweet about conspiracy theories. Basically, it's complicated, like a love-hate relationship with an all-knowing, invisible roommate. And if you're wondering, what can I even do about this? Not much, honestly. But staying informed is a start. Knowing how AI works and how it's being used in politics means you can at least spot the digital BS when it's coming your way. So, next time you hear about AI in the news, don't just picture a cute robot serving lattes. Picture a very powerful tool that can either help humanity or mess it up real bad, depending on who's driving. And now that you know all this, congrats! You've officially learned more about AI and geopolitics than most world leaders will admit to understanding. And hey, if your brain didn't melt from all that AI and global politics talk, maybe give this video a like, or don't. I mean, I'm not your boss. But if you did like it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so the algorithm knows you enjoy learning stuff while pretending you're not, and share this with that one friend who still thinks AI is just about killer robots and sci-fi movies. You know the one. All right, that's it. I'm gonna go argue with my smart toaster. See you in the next one.